Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Liz, and for today's video, I'm going to be participating in the Fab 5 collab with the Crafting Cousins as our host. And for our videos, we are going to take inspiration from wherever it is we take inspiration, whether that be from Pinterest, maybe a store, maybe an online store, wherever we find home decor inspiration, we are going to try to recreate those inspirations. So for me, I get a lot of inspiration from Kirkland's, so I'm going to attempt to recreate some of Kirkland's Christmas home decor. And once you guys are done watching here, make sure you click the link in my description box. There will be a playlist to all the other super talented ladies participating in today's collab. So make sure you check their video out once you're done here. And without further ado, let's jump into our first DIY.
For this DIY, I found inspiration off of Kirkland's, this red and blue plaid wood Christmas tree set of 2. I'm only going to make one of them, but I found these super inspiring and I knew I could make something really similar. So what I'm going to do is grab Dollar Tree's wood Christmas tree cutouts that they have. I'm going to grab some scrapbook paper that I got in a pack from Michael's, and I'm just going to use my trusty glue stick and add my scrapbook paper to the Christmas tree. Now, one piece of paper didn't cover the entire thing, so I decided to use 2. I just lined up the plaid stripes as best as I could so that you couldn't see the seam and it all looked nice and cohesive. I'm just going to cut that out using my X-Acto knife, and then I'm going to take a piece of wood. This actually came from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut it down so that I could use it as a stand for my tree. I'm going to stain it using my Waverly Wax and Antique, and then I'm also going to take a tumbling tower block from the Dollar Tree, and I'm also going to stain it in that exact same color. Now I'm going to do the beads on this tree a little bit different than the Kirkland's one. I'm going to use a combination of some natural wood beads and then some white and gold beads that I actually purchased off of Etsy probably about a year or so ago, probably even more than a year ago now. So I just had these in my stash. You could do whatever color beads you want. You could paint your beads. You could use some beads from the Dollar Tree. This is just what I had on hand, so this is what I decided to use. And I just did a little pattern of a small bead and then a larger bead and then that same small bead and then my white and gold bead, and then did that same pattern over again 3 times for this bottom strand of beads. And then for my top strand of beads, I did the same pattern, but I just did it twice to where I only had 2 of my gold and white beads. And then I just wrapped the strands around the tree. So I did the smaller strand at the top, and then I did the longer strand of beads at the bottom. And I just tied a double knot in the back for both of them to make sure they were nice and tight and in place. And then I'm going to take that tumbling tower piece, I'm going to add some hot glue to the back, and I will add it to the back of my tree, so then I can hot glue it to the stand. Now I'm going to take one of these metal stars that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby. You could use any kind of star that you had. This is just one that I had big enough for this tree, and I just cut the little loop off of the top using some wire cutters, and then I just hot glue it down to the top of the tree, and this is how my Kirkland's inspired plaid tree turned out. For this DIY, I was inspired by this peace sign from Kirkland's. It has beads on it and it was rustic. And so I wanted to try my hand at duping it as close as I could. So first I'm going to take a whole bunch of beads that I had and cut them in half using my miter shears. Now you can buy beads already cut in half beads on Amazon. I didn't have any of those on hand, and it was too late to try to buy some, so I'm just using what I got. some miter shears and some beads, and I'm just cutting them in half, and it worked perfectly fine. Now I'm also going to use this peace sign from the Dollar Tree. I thought that this was perfect. It's similar to the one from Kirkland's. Obviously this one has a little tree, but it still, you know, gets the job done. So I am just going to lay out all my half beads onto my peace sign, and I'm just going to start hot gluing each and every one of them down. Once they are all hot glued down, you can go in and paint it with some white chalk paint. I started doing that and realized how long it was going to take for me to get into every teeny tiny crevice that there was because of the beads. So I decided to take it out and spray paint it with a couple of coats of just some Rust-Oleum flat spray paint. Once I have my paint completely dry, I'm going to take my Waverly Wax and Antique, and very carefully I'm going to go around all of the edges with that, giving it that kind of border with the wax, making it look rustic. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to go over all the beads. I like how the Kirkland's one is distressed, but it's not too distressed, if that makes sense. So I'm just lightly going over all the sides and over all the beads. I'm starting off really light and then building my way up until I have it the way that I like it, but I wanted to make sure I didn't go too overboard with the distressing, so I tried to match that Kirkland's one as best as I could, and I actually think this turned out really, really cute. For this DIY, I was inspired by this Christmas gnome porch board. This was $59.99. Now the one that I'm going to make isn't going to be quite as large, but I still think that it is just as cute, and this one is only going to cost me $1. So what I'm going to do is take one of Dollar Tree's large wood hanging decor pieces. This one is pretty big, and I want to say it's the biggest one that they carry, or at least that I have found. And I'm going to start by cutting off the twine hanger and then adding some wood filler into the holes at the top. Once that's dry, I'm just going to take my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I gave it a good 2 coats. Now, I am no artist by any means. If you've seen any of my videos, me freehanding things does not always turn out very well. But I just tried to follow the picture from Kirkland's as best as I could, and I just used a pencil to trace everything out. The gnome hat, the gnome feet, the nose. I used a paint bottle to get a perfect circle, and then I just did the beard as best as I could. It didn't match completely the one from Kirkland's, but I still thought that his beard turned out pretty cute. So I just started tracing everything out, and then once I had everything drawn out the way that I wanted it, I'm gonna just start painting it in. So for his feet, I just used my Waverly chalk paint in black, and then for his body, I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in steel. And I just tried my best to go around, you know, his beard, make sure that I'm not getting into the white beard. And I did have to end up doing some touch-ups with the white where I kind of messed up when I was drawing, but I just took my time with it. For me personally, looking at a picture and drawing that way is easier than just trying to draw off the top of my head and try to figure it out that way. I'm not so great when it comes to that, but seeing a picture and trying to mimic the picture is a lot easier than just completely freehanding it. So I just go in and fill in the hat of the gnome. I'm just going to paint the entire thing red, and then I will go back through and add my white stripes after that red is completely dry. I did do about 2 coats of the red paint, and then went in and just did squiggly lines over the hat. Nothing too perfect. I did have to do a couple of coats for each little squiggly line just to make sure that the white was completely covering up the red portion of the hat. And then for the nose, I just used a tan creamy kind of color for his nose. And then that's it. That's all you got to do for this DIY. Again, it's not as big as the Kirkland's one, but it still gets the job done. For this DIY, I saw this eucalyptus and red berry arrangement in a black vase on Kirkland's. It was $39.99. I thought this was so beautiful, and I knew that I had a vase that I could use that would be perfect for this. So I grabbed this vase from the Dollar Tree and I took it outside and gave it 2 coats of some flat black spray paint. Once that was completely dry, all I'm going to do is add some floral foam on the inside, and then I had a bunch of picks that I could use from Dollar Tree and from a couple other places as well. I found these flocked greenery picks from the Dollar Tree and I thought these were super pretty, so I picked several of those up. I'm going to cut all of the picks apart so that I can place them exactly where I want them. So I just placed those into my vase. I found these red berries and pine cones from the Dollar Tree, and in the vase from Kirkland's, there was a lot of red berries, there was a lot of pine cones, so I stuck those in there. I also had this large pick in my stash from last year, and I believe that I got it from Joann's, and I'm just cutting a couple pieces off, sticking it in my vase. And I also grabbed some other picks from the Dollar Tree that looked more of like that pine tree kind of pick, and I cut a couple of those off. I just did a lot of different picks that had a lot of different textures and put them all in my vase, and that's really all you gotta do. There's no skill required. You just got to cut your picks apart, put it in your arrangement to your liking, and that's it for this DIY. This was so easy to do, and I just think it looks super beautiful.
Alright, and that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite project was in the comments down below. And then just as a reminder to see the other talented ladies videos here on YouTube participating in our Fab 5 collab today, make sure you click that link in my description box and that will take you to the playlist where you can enjoy even more inspired by crafts. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!